All right, greetings, owners and coaches. It's week 7. Kind of crazy to think that we're almost halfway through the season, or will be halfway through the season after this week. Got a bunch of wild, crazy matchups that's coming up this week. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Game of the week, we got the greatest show on paper, who is 3-3, versus Power T, who's 6-0. Battle of the cousins, but also battle of 2 of the top 3 or 4 scoring teams, high scoring teams in the league. Power T is number 1. Greatest show on paper, I think, is sitting at the 3rd highest scoring team in the league so far, which again is crazy to think that he's 3-3 given how many points he scored. We'll see how it goes this week in terms of matchups, though. It's going to be a high scoring game because, again, looking at, as I pull up my trusty notes and everything like that, looking at the rosters they're going to have going up, I mean, he's having to use Matt Jones. He's not going to have Stephon Diggs, speaking of the greatest show on paper, that is. But he's still got a potent roster. Kareem Hunt, it's always, you never know what you can get with him. James Robinson, he's kind of conceding a little bit of his touches to Travis Etienne, but still you got a solid running back. Receivers are going to do well. The tight ends are coming along, especially Hunter Henry and Kittle. On the other side, Power T, he's loaded. We know the roster that he's got. We know all the guys. He's still scoring crazy amount of points. Even last week, squeaked out a win. I think that was the first time. I think he scored less than 200 last week. But I think we'll see both of these teams well over 200, probably more closer to their averages. And if all that holds, Power T will go 7-0. Greatest show on paper will take that 4th loss. So that's where I'm going in that game. The next game, I have the 2-4 Dark Knight versus San Antonio versus STL 4-time champ, 5-1. You got Kenny Pickett versus Patrick Mahomes. I'm always going to take Patrick Mahomes in those. After that, it's pretty much the STL 4-time champs, his game to win. I think he's going to see another big game from Ja'Marr Chase. I like that he's putting in Alec Pierce this week, Cade Otto, Kyle Pitts. This is a great roster. On the other side, Dark Knight has got a really good team. His running back, his receivers, especially getting Devontae Adams back off a bye. Tyler Boyd might be in for a big play this week. Alan Lazard is the number 1 guy in the Packers now, so he's not going to go away easy, but I do think STL 4-time champ takes the win there. Let's see. We got Laugh Now versus the Infantry Warrior. 2-4 Laugh Now versus 3-3 Infantry Warrior. Daniel Jones has been playing pretty good. Nyheim Hines, I don't think he's going to get much out of that one. Let's go over to the Infantry Warrior, really. The Infantry Warrior's got Geno, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Michael Pittman, Mike Williams, Daniel Bellinger, Gerald Everett. The list goes on and on and on. I think you know where I'm going with this. Laugh Now might appreciate the fact that I'm going to pick him to lose, but I think it's really going to happen. Infantry Warrior gets that 4th win and keeps on moving. Next up, we got the GOAT versus Who's Your Daddy. The GOAT, he's already got, no, I shouldn't say Who's Your Daddy, it's Rocky B. The 2-4 Rocky B. So this is the battle of the 2 teams with 2 wins. We'll see how it goes. GOAT's got a really good team. He's got a good team. He's been scoring some points. Rocky B has come on, especially since he's changed the name of his team. I like Joe Burrow better than Aaron Rodgers, but I think Aaron Rodgers has a chance to really put up some points on Washington this week. Najee Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. I think if I'm not mistaken, Damian Harris is coming back, so that might put it in Ramondre a little bit. Receivers are so-so. On the other side, I'm not sure if Keenan Allen's playing. T. Higgins, I think, will play. Ertz and Cole Kmet. It's going to be a tight game. But at the end of the day, I think Rocky B is going to have enough to overcome GOAT for this week, although the Saints defense are holding serve right now with 60 points. So that's a really good start for him. But again, taking Rocky B to take the victory and move on, get that 3rd win of the season. Next up, we got Swagner, who is 3-3, versus Huckleberry, who's 2-4. Huckleberry made a big move by putting in, by getting Taysom Hill, and I think Taysom Hill's already scored a touchdown tonight. So congrats on that. Good move. Probably the most points he's gotten out of his tight ends in the last 2 weeks off that one play. But Kyler Murray, see what he does tonight in the game. Right now, he's only got 12 points. It's early. Kyler Murray's put all his points on the second half. Huckleberry's got Jacoby Brissett. He's got Zeke. He's got DeAndre Swift coming back from bye, which I think moving forward, we'll see a different Huckleberry. And I think we'll actually start this week. So I'm actually going to take Huckleberry to get the victory, get his 3rd win of the season. Swagner's going to take that 4th loss. Sorry, Swagner. I think you'll have better luck next week. Next up, we got Bulldogs versus the Baker King. This is going to be a good game right here. Baker King, 3-3. Bulldogs is 5-1. You got Brady versus Wilson. Wilson ain't riding or cooking or whatever he's supposed to be doing. Brady had an off week last week, but I think he can get it going against the Carolina Panthers. Love Saquon and Leonard Fournette this week. Rashad Bateman, hopefully he comes back. Tyreek Hill. Tony Pollard. That Dallas Cowboy running game it's so up and down. I can't pick it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a really tight game. But I think when it comes down to the defenses, I'm going to take the Buccaneers over the Carolina Panthers. I think they'll be able to score more points than what the Dolphins can get on Pittsburgh. So that's going to leave me with Bulldogs getting the victory in this one, going to 6-1. And then next, I have a couple more games. Fire Dogs, 3-3 versus the 0-6 AGM for life. All right, so Fire Dogs loves to not put in a full lineup. He only puts in the guys that he has to. He only puts his lineups in, I think, on Fridays and Saturdays. Kind of get a feel of who he's going to go with. With Dameon Pierce back on bye, he's probably going to start him. And he's probably going to start Melvin Gordon, or at least I would. I wouldn't deal with Chicago this week. His receivers, A.J. Brown's on a bye. Claypool's trying to get traded, so he's willing to play well. Michael Thomas didn't play tonight. Tyler Conklin, he'll probably play him. We'll see what he does with Noah Fant. On the other side, AGM for life, he's putting his best foot forward already. Jonathan Taylor comes back. Marcus Mariota runs some touchdowns. Olamide Zaccheaus, see what he does. Juju. Romeo Doubs is also in for a big game, I think. So I think that's coming up. And we'll see what happens with the tight end. Believe it or not, I think he's got a chance. And since he said it already, AGM for life gets his first win of the season. So AGM for life wins, Fire Dogs loses. I think both of them are superstitious, so they'll probably get mad that the way I picked this game. Although Fire Dogs will be happy if that works, because then he actually wins. And then finally, King of the Gridiron, who's 2-4, versus Silver Fang Big Wolf, who's 5-1. Wolf won last week. Not sure what King of the Gridiron did. He's getting Dak Prescott back, which is huge for him. The Wolf's got the regular host of guys coming up. He does have Jefferson on the bye, so he'll need some other people to step up. He does have Hop going for the first time. He's not doing much, so no big deal. But y'all know how this goes. I can't make a pick in this game. So good luck, Wolf. Know you've practiced hard, and hope the guys are ready to go this week. Outside of that, it's been some great weeks leading up to this. Pick'em is still crazy. Right now, in terms of Pick'em, we have AGM for life sitting at the top of that. So even though he's losing on the other side, he's killing it in Pick'em. So keep it going. And Dark Knight's right below him on that. So Pick'em is tight. Power rankings, we still got the top three are still the top three. Power T number 1, Silver Fang Big Wolf Big Wolf number 2, STL number 3, and then the Bulldogs is number 4. Greatest Show on Paper number 5. So there's your top 5 in the power rankings. So good luck this week. Hope y'all enjoy the games. Till the end, later.